Oops. Oh, crap. Crap. You know, fuck that shit. Fine-tuning camera, man. Okay, but we need to, like, not have green screen. I don't know. Aha, yeah. Yeah, we'll go with that. What's up, guys? Welcome to a short little Q&A session. A comment I had on one of my videos made me think about the question, who is the best Borderlands 2 player? And I was making a point on one of those comments, like, dude said, man, Jones and who the hell was the other guy, man? I can't even remember. Oh yeah, Demonite. Jones and Demonite are the best players, man. They're so good at this game. Which my counter argument was, well, they are only the best because they are the biggest one active at the moment, right? So you always only look at the people that are active at this moment, the YouTubers that are active, right? You never go back and look who started this entire thing. All right. So so my counter thing was, well, of course, my personal opinion is that Dina Fey is the world's best Borderlands player because he has broken several world records. I mean, he has done some very crazy things. But one again could make the argument, does that make him the best player? What exactly does make one the best player? See, that's something I don't know, right? So what I consider a good player is a player that plays a game legit, all right? That a player that picks up the controller, chooses difficulty, goes through the game, and plays it as it was meant to be. So, like, when I see players go ahead and alterate the game in any shape, way, or form, so like, hey man, we're just gonna moderate this so everything drops a legendary, or like every enemy is gonna be savagely, or some bullshit like that. I'm not gonna look at that as like, oh yeah, okay, you are one of what we call, modders. That's what I'm gonna consider them as, a mod player. A player who doesn't play the game legit, which is fine in a sense because they have the opportunity to do so. I don't have for once because I'm always been on the console and I can't play on a PC. But I will guarantee you that if I were on a PC, I would do the exact same thing. Especially the randomizer mod, where you get randomized enemies no matter what spawn you do in the game, right? So that is something I've always wanted to try, but I would never go ahead and mod the game like for my benefit and then play it out to be a legit gameplay and say, look how good I am, I can do this and that. Yeah, but then again, consider these players always have the perfect gear, right? They always have the perfect parts on the weapons, the most powerful version of everything you can get in the game, so they are completely maxed out with the best gear. I mean, I'd like to make that statement that, they didn't work for this stuff. They have this little, oh, we have gift over here, man. We're just going to turn some buttons. There we go. Now we have everything perfect. In my opinion, they didn't work for their stuff, right? So does that make them a good player? In my opinion, no. Because you're just so lucky you have all the best gear. Now, take this in consideration, like when I play any of the Souls games, I like to go through them and gather as much shit as I can throughout. I mean, as many weapons, as many armor, and then upgrade that shit. And when I get to the end of the game, I'll be maxed out to whatever build I wanted to make. So, do I continue when I beat the game? Because there's always a new game plus, right? No, I don't. I go back and start from the start again and make a new build with some new preference and some new stats and new weapons. I like to play the game multiple times. But that doesn't seem to be the case with Borderlands. I mean, once you hit level 72, you're pretty much done. Well, la-di fucking da, you can go all the way to OP8, do the exact same thing. Well, the only thing that changes is basically the peak, right? That's like the only place that's gonna have random enemies each time. So yeah, you can only beat the peak so many times, and all it does is actually, you know, increase enemy health and damage output, right? Now I completely forgot what my point with that was. Oh well, no. To get back to the point, who is the best player and how to define a best player? I'd like to say that a best player is a player who can take the game and challenge themselves to do something silly. Like, let's say for instance, the good old Baru, he took the game and tried to beat it with having nothing on his screen. I know he was level 72, right, and had all his skill points, but still, he had nothing in his inventory. So kind of like the same thing that I'm doing with the melee zero only. All I have is a grog nozzle and a rapier. I'm only set up for meleeing enemies. I cannot even kill a basic surveyor with any of my weapons. That's not gonna work. Like, so all I got is my grenades and my actually melee output. I'd say anyone who can beat the game with that way is gonna, you know, be better than a player that has perfect gear and walks through the game with all the perfect gear, right? I mean, that's pretty obviously fact that that is a better player. So, brings me back to the question, what makes the best player in Borderlands 2? And I would like to hear your thoughts on this in the comment section right now. What exactly makes a good Borderlands 2 player? Do you think a good player is one that has, you know, 1,000 weapon in his backpack that can pull everything out to any succession? Like, is a good player someone who can kill Terramorphous in 20 seconds with a gun circle, with a pimpernel and an Ahab glitch? Or do you think a good player is someone who plays the game legit, like having the game as it is, using the tools available to make the game difficult on them, or around? And maybe someone got something else. It was just something I really wanted to talk about, so I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. It's hard to define the best player considering all the different play styles, and again, all the different characters, because not all people play Zero the same. You got your sniper Zeros, and you got, you know, the melee Zeros. And I saw a Man of Low More Fiber. I used to love him, man. I loved the peak run he did, because he showed true skill with his Zero player. But that all kind of changed for me when I actually sat down and analyzed what it was he was doing. He was slacking enemies from a distance with a slag pimpernel. And if you pay close attention to it, he was like, you know, with one shot of the pimpernel taking half the health down of a badass marauder. And I was like, okay, that doesn't really make it that hard if you're just using the pimpernel to do the job for you. So then I was like, okay, I need to see you better than that. But don't get me wrong, I do love Man of More 5, or I loved him. I don't like his new stuff, to be quite honest with you. But I did like the other stuff that he did. The older ones. Does It Suck series, always nice. I like to hear his opinions. And I do consider him a very good Borderlands 2 player. One that knows how to play and learn how the enemy's patterns are and what type of weapons works best for them. That specific enemy and people playing the game like supposed to be played. Alright. So you kind of share my opinion with that, Timothy, right there. Yeah, I like a much more strategic approach to my games. I like to think about my actions before I actually do them. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I like just plowing through it aimlessly and see what comes of it, right? One that could beat the game with any weapon. Well, I'd say that just goes to what gear you have. I mean, if you are equipped with a B shield, any white weapon will beat level 72 for you anyway. So I don't really think that is such a valid reason, though. But again, okay, cool. Cause I didn't even know you knew Master Kiss, but I freaking loved Master Kiss as well. Mostly because of he was very PG, right? He wasn't necessarily a good player. I mean, he did some glitches and stuff like that, but it was mostly because of his commentary. You could kind of relate to him, what he was saying, and he was nice to listen to. So that's kind of where my love came from him. But speaking of like Baru, who did all kinds of crazy stuff, especially also in in jolly cooperation with Cathalion. I mean, those two were so good together, man. I loved everything they did. And I think I got more into Borderlands by watching their stuff, actually. So, like some of you have with me, maybe, I had that way with the Legends before the new Legends, right? If that makes sense. No, Baru and Cathalion definitely had a huge impact on my Borderlands 2 play. Yeah, Bingolized. I think you're right, but again, the thing I don't like about him is that if he has to test something out, he pulls out the perfect version of everything he needs to test out, right? He never goes out, well, I'm gonna go out and farm one because multiple weapons are gonna act completely different depending on what weapon parts and what weapon um, the different stats on the weapon, how they add up, right? So any weapon could feel very, very different from a perfect version of it. That's what I was trying to make a point earlier, that like that I don't really like, you know, having perfect of everything. I do not have the community patch. As I said, I only play on the console, so I don't have any opportunity to mod my game in any shape, way, or form. Alright, nice to hear that we agree on that, Costi. Now, let me know exactly what you think is a good player. As a matter of fact, let me know who you think are the best player in the Borderlands world, alright? I mean, we got the giants, you know, we got your Jolts dude, we got your Barus and your Killer 6 and all that bullshit. Damn it, I didn't want to mention him, but I did. And then you got the little guys that don't get any attention, like, you know, Dina Fey and myself. No, never mention yourself, that's a bad idea, but you know what I mean. The people we don't know about, right? I can mention, what's his face? The bald dude, right? The bald British dude, I can't remember his name. Well, he's mostly in it for you know, the entertainment properties of playing it. So there's that. I don't consider him a good player because I haven't really seen anything skillful on his channel. And that's kind of what I go for. I want to see either funny or I want to see skillful. I mean, I can see an entire run of the Digistuck Peak. I can see an entire speed run of games like Dark Souls without any commentary other than the game sound. If it's skilled gameplay, right? That's what makes it interesting for me. Either I want to laugh my ass off, or I want to see skilled gameplay. I don't want to see anything like, okay, let's just go through the game 3 times from level 1 to level 72. Yeah, dude, it's been 5 years. We have seen that 1,000,000 times. We don't have to see it again, all right? Unless you're doing something interesting. And that brings me back to the one life challenge, all right? Yes, that is a challenge. I mean, you play extremely cautiously, even if you want to go from like level 1 to 72. But I still think that if should I ever do a like level 1 challenge, I would do it on Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, right? Level doesn't matter because it really doesn't matter if you're level 50 or 72. It's going to be the same difficulty. See, I hear a lot of Demonite. And this is where I come in and say, I'm split like 50-50 here because you got Demonite, he's doing crazy speed kills and all that bullshit. Yeah, but who do you think was there first? Dina Fey was. He's been around for many, many years actually and beaten all. He's done everything to the raid bosses, man. Killed them in 1 second. Killed them with like the impossible setup. You know, speed kills. I really recommend you go check them out before you go to like people like Demonite, because the way I hear it is that they actually found inspiration or completely copied like stuff like Dina Fey did. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't have anything solid to build that on, but that's just, you know, the thought I get from out of scene because I've seen Demonite and he has come in to put a comment on one of my videos, and his comment was, I can just get that from Cheat Factory or whatever, Gibbed or whatever the hell it's called. It was like, dude, the first comment you come in and give me is that bullshit? And then the respect went from here to like, I mean, that's just it. If that's the only thing you come in and say, I got no respect for you, dude. What the hell? Okay, just randomly turned, I guess. So yeah, that's kind of my opinion on him. I don't like to be purposely like shat on in that opinion, because I felt like he was coming in as an arrogant YouTuber's man. He didn't say this, right? But that's what I felt like. Man, your opinion doesn't matter, man. I'm much better than you. Look at my counts, right? That's how it felt. I know that wasn't what he said, but that's how I took it. I was like, all right, you could at least say something like, oh man, go to PC. You can just use. I don't even know, dude. I don't even know what I'm going with it. Then we got Dirge. To be quite honest, I haven't seen much of his content. I know who of him. Professor John Gotti, can you explain a little bit what he does, though? Because I'd like to know if he like does montages, challenges, or what kind of stuff he does. Blair Rodriguez, thank you for that. Yeah, see, that's what the statement I was making before. We either go for funny or we go for, legitimate, challenging stuff, It can also be too much to keep seeing people like modding their game. Like, you never know what to expect. That could be very, very exciting for some points. But again, that's where the strategic aspect of the game comes into play, because I like to plan out my moves before I do them. If what I consider playing with a randomizer, I would never know what to expect from the enemy spawn and what was lying ahead, right? So yeah. You the one who wants to play the gang legit with no glitches and no patch. I do. And that's always just been a basic principle of mine, that I want to work for the stuff I get. That's why, when everyone comes in, hey man, you want to drop lobby? I can drop you all the weapons in the game, man. All the equipment, everything. I was like, why? Why, dude? You gonna fuck up my game, man. You gotta take out the fun of farming. And I know this is kind of controversial and paradoxical at the same time. Like, the most tedious, boring thing in any game is farming. Yet is the most interesting and fun thing in Borderlands 2. How is that exactly? How the hell did they pull that off to make it so much fun to actually do something that boring, to be quite honest, right? The picture, that is actually just a background for the green screen, so it didn't look like shit. I don't know, it's something from Titanfall, I think. Yodi Slayer. Then you got someone like Yodi Slayer. See, I don't want to end in deep water here, but we have to talk about this. Like, was he a good player? Right? I saw some of his streams. I saw all his videos. Yodi Slayer was very, very good at getting people to watch his stuff, to love his stuff, to listen to him. He was one of those who knew exactly how to talk about the things he was doing. And it was very, very interesting and very cool to see his stuff. Was he a good player, though? No, not in my opinion. He wasn't that good with Borderlands 2, because all you saw him doing was run around with a gun circle, with a grog nozzle, and an unkempt herald. I mean, anyone can do that. That is not skillful at all. So he didn't show us any skillful playthroughs. So no, I don't think he was a good player. He was a brilliant guy in what he did, and I did love Yodi Slayer and watch his stuff, but I don't think he was a good player. There's just a lot of breakdowns and showcases, a bunch of different builds. So on build showcase and stuff like that. That's interesting. That's very interesting to see and try out for yourself. And it blows new life to the Borderlands 2 player. Something they can do. That's actually what got me into Man of Law more viable, because when I first started out my Melee Zero, I saw his breakdown of the Melee Zero class, of the builds and of course of the equipment, and then he calculated all the damage and added it together, and it was super interesting, man. I think it was like a 40-minute video, and I saw it twice. so yeah, very, very awesome. Maybe I should check out Dirt sometime, man. Oh, thank you for Core Master. In order for me, it's K6, Joel's Dudes, Mark, and Daily Fix. Alright, let me know exactly what makes those guys, besides me, a good player. No, let me know what makes me a good player. And I mean a good player, not a funny YouTuber, but a good player. Do you even think I'm a good player? Do you think I'm a shit player? I mean, everyone is entitled to their opinion. I just like to know a valid reason for it. Now that I'm asking, I'd like to know, do you think I'm a good player? Do you think I'm a bad player? Do you think K6 is a good player? Is he a bad player? Is he a good entertainer? And all that bullshit. You need to have a reason to why. I think farming isn't good for Borderlands, but I think it's amazing because you get what you want. I'd say if there wasn't, the possibility of farming in Borderlands, the game would have died a long time ago, dude. That is what keeping it alive. The farming. He's a good informer and communicator. Long live Yoda Slayer. Yeah. Rest in peace. Well, I've seen a little bit of his MKit75's Siren playthrough, and I want to see more because I cannot tell you at the moment if I think he's a good player or not. He's got all his knowledge in order, but so has, guys like Axeman and stuff like that. But, we never saw any gameplay from him, so we can't really tell. And that's what we're going for. We're going for show, don't tell. If you come in and say, man, I'm doing this and that, yeah, go ahead and show us then. Because we are on YouTube. We are on a video community where we show each other what we can do, all right? So we're not on a text community where we just type in, well, I just got this and that. No, you need to be able to prove it because we are on YouTube, all right? Yoda was the first BL YouTuber you ever saw. Again, I think Gothalion was the first one I saw. And then Baru started showing up in all his videos. It's like, let's check him out. Okay, he is so awesome, man. Okay, the Fox, yes I am, dude. Or I was. It's been 10 years. Mike, see, it's a little bit different to say it to someone who's actually here right now. But Mike, I've seen a lot of your gameplay, and in my opinion, no, you're not a good player, dude. I haven't seen anything skillful from you yet. But you're one of them who has all the different, the cool builds and all that stuff. But I have not seen that in action. I want to see what you can do. All right, Mike. But as of now, I don't consider you a quote-unquote good player. Because I haven't seen that yet. I cannot make that assumption, legit, but that's just my opinion right now, and we're all entitled to our opinion. Yeah, try and do that, Juku. Best Borderlands 2 player should be able to work with all the playable characters. That was a very good point right there, Master Gabriel. A good player would also be someone who utilizes all the characters, all the skill builds, and all the equipment available to make the most out of these skill trees. But I mean, that is a huge work if you want to do that for all characters. That's why, every YouTuber seems to main character 1 or 2 and stick to these 2 characters. For me, it's definitely Zero as my main character, and then Maya as my secondary, right? And then I really love to play with Krieg as well. And sometimes if I want to go defensive gameplay, I go with Axton. See, as I started out, green as everyone else, it was the Gunzerker. I was like, man, I can have 2 guns. Oh yeah, Gage? Yeah, I'm sorry to shit on all you Gage players, but I fucking hate Gage, man. I hate everything where you just press a button and everything and your special skill does its own thing while you go over here and go like, I'll just wait until it's done, right? No, we don't want that. I think that's boring in my opinion. Thank you, Fox. You just learn how to play Zero. Yeah, but how is playing Zero probably exactly? Hara, can you explain that to us? Because there's multiple ways to play Zero. In my opinion, he's the most versatile characters of all of them because he has so many different playstyles. So I like that. Mech, Morning After Kill, sold over Racidus on OP8, floor player difficulty. I would like to know how exactly he did it though, but that sounds like one of those things that are impressive, right? So yeah, I also like Morning After Kill. He's just one of those YouTubers you can't like binge watch 10 of his videos in a row. I mean, you can see 1 or 3 maybe, and then you have to like, all right, I'm gonna take a break now. Not that there's anything wrong with him. I do like him. Don't get me wrong. What up, Velid? May is mine. Not a huge Sal player. Yeah, see, I've been around since Borderlands 2 released, alright? I bought both of the DLC characters separately back on the PlayStation 3. And the first one I played with, the first one I made it to Ultimate Vault Hunter mode with, was Gage. And back then, the level cap was level 61. Ah, Jesus, I need to get something to drink, guys. Holy shit. All this talking, dude. We got this. You see, here's the thing, right? And I don't know if it was legit, but remember back, it was even a machinima actually, where Baru one-shotted Veracitus. Yeah, the big stalker one. Shut up. I don't know if that thing was like legit or something. It was a 3-minute video, and only because it was actually only 20 seconds long, but he like sped it down to super slow-mo. Gage isn't very well designed because, like, unlike everyone else in the game, the only source of damage is Anarchy, which lowers accuracy, so she has a weak and horrible melee and felt like an afterthought. Very, very nice put, Bingo. I would like to 100% agree on that. Even though she is a fun character to play with for a very, very short period of time. I mean, I couldn't today pick up Gage and go all the way to Ultimate Vault Hunter mode with her. I just couldn't because I don't find that playstyle that interesting. I mean, it's only fun for a certain while to go with Anarchy, and then you go back to the roots of any first-person shooter you ever played. You need to reload, all right? That you put on this earth to reload, so you can play with that for extended. Well, at least I can't. Yeah, exactly. Me too, Custy. I agree with that. Unfortunately, because he does do some good. Arleeson 85. See, there is something. There is something. Once again, I have to put up, which is the point of this little video here. Was he a good player? Because can you remember what he did on all his streams and all his videos? If you can, I'll try to like pop up your memory here, because he was running around with a Gunsucker, killing raid bosses either alone or with viewers. That's all we saw of him. Arleeson was a very, very good entertainer and a very good Borderlands 2 streamer. But was he a good player? No, not in my opinion. He was, and I don't know why it's everyone that plays with a Gunsucker. It's not a personal hate towards these people. It's just a personal hate against the Gunsucker, because he's so goddamn broken, right? Now, I mean, anyone can do good with a Gunsucker, but anyone cannot do good with Axton. Anyone cannot do good with Zero, right? So yeah, there's that. Alright, let me just debunk you guys. Can you get Seraph Crystals on a mode that isn't UVHM. Yeah, you can. You can get them on normal mode, as well as pearls on normal mode. Marzec, that's not true. Yes, it is, dude. Go to Tiny Tina's DLC, play on the slot machines for a long period of time. Boom, there you go. 3 Seraph crystals. Yes, you can. The question you was looking for, does raid bosses drop Seraph crystals? God damn it! Why does it turn itself off? The question you were looking for is, does raid bosses drop Seraph crystals on normal mode and True World Thunder mode? No, they don't. They don't even drop it until you hit level 72, dude. Alright? But the slot machine does. There you go. Yep, that's right. But I don't forget about that. And as a matter of fact, I do have proof right there on my channel, because I got a pearl from Tiny Tina DLC. I can't even remember what it is. Just search like Marzec Gaming Pearl from Tiny Tina DLC or something. It might pop up. About 1 minute long or something. Shot with me with my phone recording the screen. So that was then. Yeah, it was like 10 years ago. So don't, oh, it wasn't, but you know, it was a long time ago. See, I think Axton is underrated, man. I mean, not a lot of people use it because, you know what? He can kill stuff as fast as the Berserker, right? I think that's where it lies. And I mean, if you set up Axton to the right damage output, he can be as damaging as the others. Yeah, now that's true. You had raid bosses drop Seraph items. In True World Thunder mode, I have never ever seen that before, but I've seen it on UVHM. Yeah, see, there you go again, Mike, with all the things, man. It does wonders. It does amazing things if you just do this and this. No, fuck that. Show us that. Make a video with it. Tell us in the video. It doesn't help us. You just sit there and do, wow. No, we can't see it. We can't see you go, wow. We need to see it on our own, alright? That's what I like to hear. There you go. Alright, I think we covered the basics of what I wanted to talk about here. So yeah, if you have any questions though, random questions, let's just talk until this is no longer enjoyable, and then let's just go ahead. And of course, this was, you know, build up to a Borderlands 2 stream. Don't worry about it, because as the title infers, who is the best Borderlands 2 player? And as I've said in the beginning, my personal vote goes out to Dina Fey. Alright? What that man has done with Borderlands 2 is beyond amazing, man. So many speed kills, so many world records broken for speed killing, exactly. I need you guys to go check him out. You will get very, very amazed when you see him, and he actually deserves to have more viewers on his videos, right? But no, as I was saying, I will be continuing my quest to beat what I consider the hardest challenge in the game. And why is it the hardest challenge? Because I can just see those comments right now. Well, you can just get this, this, and this, and it's not gonna be hard for you. Yeah, but that's not the point, dudes. The point is to work for my gear, work my way through OP 0 to 8 with the gear I have, farm for new gear, beat the challenge, kill everything with melee only. I beat the game twice. I beat it on level 72. I beat it on OP 4 without shooting a single enemy in the entire game, dude. The only thing I cannot beat yet, because that's what the challenge is all about, is going through Digistart Peak at the OP8 run. And beating that with using nothing but my grog nozzle and my rapier. Once that is done, I'm gonna throw out once again one final playthrough of Borderlands 2 when I run through OP8 without shooting a single enemy in the game. Alright? Good job, Savano. Did I like your Skyrim funny moments? No. I'm sorry, I didn't. I couldn't see what was fun about it, dude. You need something that's a little more snappy, Mike. Don't like to... This is funny moments for me talking 2 minutes with commentary over one clip in the video. No. Chop, 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 chop. Has to be like that. You asked for my opinion, right? I'm giving you my opinion. Of course, someone else will have a different opinion, but if you're gonna make something funny, keep it within 6 and 8 minutes and keep it funny throughout that. Your video was only 4 minutes long and still I was bored. I'm sorry, dude, but I was. There was nothing funny about it. I don't think that was funny. Maybe it's just because I'm not a Skyrim player, right? That could be it. But that was my legit opinion. I'm sorry. Mainly only 0 OP8 peak. Yeah. You've never watched my stuff, Hara? No, I've been doing that for quite some time. And as of yesterday, no, the day before yesterday, I made it all the way to the 3rd final spawn. But unfortunately, I got caught off guard by a lot of turrets and an ultimate badass loader at the same time. That really scared me because it was the first time I made it that far. So yeah, I choked, as it is called, and I fucked it up. So yeah. Action is underrated because while good for mobbing, raiding takes farming skill and timing, which is much easier for getting engaged. There you go. Very nicely said, Bingo. I really like you, bro. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mike, that it wasn't, all roses and sparkles. But no, if you want to get me to laugh, you need to do something. It's kind of hard to tell you exactly what I laugh at, but I laugh at myself, dude. No, but make snappy videos, fast transition, fast. We in a hurry when we watch a video, right? I can tell you this much, that the most time I can keep a viewer on my videos is 4 minutes, right? After 4 minutes, the graph goes like, dude, the video's not over yet. It's 7 minutes long. Why the fuck do you stop? That tells me they get bored after 4 minutes, right? So I don't know. Either I need to start making only 4-minute videos, or don't give a shit about it. I make the videos that I make, and I've always had this personal preference, personal opinion about it, that a video has to be within 6 and 8 minutes for a funny montage. That's just my personal preference. You have a muck. No, it wasn't to get you to attend or anything. I was just curious if you had watched, man, because you sounded surprised when I said going through OP8 with Melee Zero. All characters have their own OP skills. Maya's Cloud Kill, I need to take that off when I'm playing with Maya, man. That thing is too powerful. It does all the work for you, man. Zero has Boar. I will not consider Boar powerful. It's super, extremely powerful. Versus 4 bosses in the game. That's it. You can't use it for anything else. I mean, you can board 3 loaders. Are they gonna die? No. The one in the back might die, but that's basically it. Let's see, Mike. I don't know, Master Gabriel. I don't do what anyone else does. I don't sit there and provide commentary on making builds and, making modded weapons and all that. I think if I did that, maybe I could get more views. The only thing I do is upload highlights of what I did in my stream. That's basically it. That's all I do, dude. But thank you anyways, man. Except Axton has an OP skill. Again, I must refer you to Dina Fey. He has done a lot of speed kills with Axton even. And you know, that guy, he can kill with Racidus in like 30 seconds, man. So don't worry about it. And I don't mean with a Herald and a Bijou, right? No. An interesting way that causes a baby maker, right? Alright, we'll be going on for 40 minutes here. That's way longer than I actually wanted to do this. I just wanted to do a short little thing here. So, unless we got more to talk about, I'll cut this out. Rockets on his turret. No, he's got a nuke when he deploys it. You know what that does? Pushes enemies away. Then they come back with full health. So no, he doesn't have anything OP, dude. Dude, I should do more streams, dude. I'll just sit here and watch. I never had this many viewers, dude. Okay, I think we gotta wrap this up, but I of course got something special for you if I remember how to do this exactly. There. We got 2 minutes of clips, and you know, when those things are done, I'm actually gonna pop in Borderlands 2 and try my luck at the Digital Peak one more time. Oh, I'm sad to hear that, Christian, bro. Let me know if you need to talk, bro. Right? Bloodborne. Born of the blood. Beast of the blood. Alright, tomorrow. I promise you. Tomorrow, right? Because I actually hurt my hand today, dude. I can't go like... Ah! It actually hurts, right? So I have to sit like... very still. I don't even know if this is gonna hurt me or not. No, it doesn't. But you know, stupid as I was, I slipped in something and fell all the way through a pallet with my hand first down like this, and then my fat body on top of it twisting it around. It hurt like hell, dude. Oh my god. My favorite movie of all time has to be between two movies, either Predator or The Blues Brothers. Alright, I got 2 clips for you, and then we are cutting the stream down. As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and say thank you for watching this little here rambling stream. I hope I made some points, and you know, we had a good talk here in the chat. So let me know if you want to see more of these things. Like, I'll have a topic and we'll discuss it or some shit like that. But you know what? Let's go on and play some Borderlands 2. Go through the Digital Peak and see if we can beat that Melee Zero challenge. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you back in about 10 minutes. Alright, let's go. Come on, bro, shoot me. You ain't no wall banging, man. You ain't playing Call of Duty.
Man, I got you right back flash here, bro. I got this. Almost got you there.
They almost had me, bro. Come on. Give me everything you got.
Alright, just let me reload. I'll shoot you right between the eyes, bro. Yeah.
Are you done reloading?
Now. Now I'm done.
You almost got me there, bro.
Just let me reload.
You want a Northlate so you can hit?
No, it's fine. It's fine. My weapon's just fine. See, I hit you there.
Yeah. Oh my god, you hit me twice.
Yeah, you're almost dead.
You know what? I don't got time for this, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and kill you. Now I can't wait to get back in. Actually, I didn't. Oh, you got the highlight for me killing Saturn first time coming up. No! My heart is shaking, man. How can your heart shake? Fuck! Yes, I killed him! That was actually damage cap right there. What you should do to improve your stream. I think your streams are fine. I have no idea. I'd say, you know, maybe I have no idea, to be quite honest, Lavinia. Like, yeah, right? I don't think you should change anything. I mean, maybe like try and expand your gaming library. Play something that is in right now that like more people will want to watch if it's because you want more viewers to attend your stream. But as I said, I think your streams are fine. You don't have to change anything. All right. I'll be back in 10 minutes with some Borderlands 2, guys. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.